Girl, and I'm here with David Burghart, who is facilities manager for Crystal Bridges, Museum of American Art in Bentonville, and right now he's project manager for this incredibly enormous construction project that he's been kind enough to say he would walk us through, and I'm kind of shaking on this plank as I speak, so that's why this video is vibrating. Anyway, tell us what we're going to, please.
We're entering the first gallery off of the A1 lobby, which is what we call A2 building. And I can't exactly speak to the period of art, but it's the early 1700s.
Okay.
Art.
And this part that we're in right here is the...
This is the main lobby.
Okay.
Where you'll enter.
Right, and the restaurant, I believe, is going to be right over here. This is all going to be open to the restaurant at some point. It's going to be one big open space, and people will be entering the museum right over here through these doors.
This is the courtyard, and then the museum store's on the other side.
Right. Okay, so let's start our tour. And now we're in the earliest part of the collection. Is this the colonial period?
Yes. And you can see that the walls are two-tone.
Right, I was told that they're darker on the top to give you more of a feeling of lowered ceilings because these are such monumental spaces. So they put dark color on top and lighter on the bottom to kind of bring down the ceiling a little bit. And these ceilings are all constructed of what kind of wood is that?
Yellow pine.
Right.
From Magnolia, Arkansas.
Okay. Thanks.
And you can see that they're getting ready to put the wood flooring down. And these are called sleepers. Wood planks.
Okay. So now we're on one of the bridges. Many bridges go through Crystal Bridges project, and all of this down here below will be water that's going to come up to the building once we.
There'll be steps that come down through here.
This part is not water.
Oh, this is not water. Okay. The other side is. Okay. And this side is the plaza, and the
we're calling it the landing.
The landing.
Where the vehicles are working.
Where all that is out in the center will be water.
It'll be water where the vehicles are.
That's all got to be dug out about 8 to 12 feet.
And the water runs in which direction? From?
It runs left to right.
From that side to that side, and it's all part of the spring. Is it Crystal Spring?
Yes.
From which this place derives its name. And now we're in the galleries for 18th and 19th century art, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And again, we have the darker areas on top, the darker gray, which is going to extend down a little further, I think, to try to reduce the feeling of great height in these galleries, because some of the paintings will actually be quite small scale.
A lot happens. That's what I'm saying. It's just amazing what happens in a short period of time. In one day, this room can be full of construction material and scaffolding, and you come back later in the day and it's all empty and they're ready to start laying.
One question I asked one of the curators is why they're making such monumental galleries for intimately scaled art and then trying to work around it by painting the walls darker on top. And the answer was that they want flexibility and they may want to put larger, more monumental pieces at some point, and they have the ability to do so. I suspect part of it is also the desire to make a very grand architectural statement here. And we'll have to wait and see how that turns out when the finished product is ready for viewing. And here we are in the contemporary galleries, which are quite monumental and can certainly take large-scale works. Looking this way, we see the area that's going to be the restaurant, still very much under construction. And below that is a bridge through which water will be flowing. This whole area will be filled with water from Crystal Spring. And you can actually see a little bit of that Crystal Spring water over here on this side. There is the eponymous spring, and right behind those black pipes that you see there is going to be a Mark DeSubero sculpture installed, which is available for viewing right now on the Crystal Bridges website.
And just a little bit, we'll shut the door. There you go. We don't want you falling out.
This is a Culture Girl first. Culture Girl goes up in the boom lift with two very nice construction workers who assure me I'll be safe. Okay, readers, wish me good luck here. I'm all harnessed in. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm harnessed. And here we are taking a I think this is their way of getting rid of pesky journalists.
Oh no.
I'm feeling very endangered at the moment as we go alongside of these 20th century galleries to be dumped in this pool of water, I'm fearing, but maybe not. There's the restaurant to be. It's more of the facility here. Down there will be water eventually once all this construction is over with. And where are we going, gentlemen?
Wherever you want to go, we're going up.
Oh, okay. We're going up to the top of this copper roof, which is very shiny, which will eventually weather into something more like a dark penny. And years hence will look green, as copper sometimes does. And here we go. This is truly a bird's eye view. Oh, there goes some formwork coming down from the, that's how they make the concrete forms. I guess they brought some up and now they're bringing down the forms. And I feel very grand up here surveying this entire very busy scene, which will be transformed by November into a complete project. There goes some more formwork. And what do you actually use this for? What do you do when you're doing construction work?
We're setting the glass.
You're setting the glass
on the bridge. Yep.
On this bridge right below us here.
Yep.
And how far along are you in that project?
Oh gosh. You're gonna pin us down now. We've actually just started.
Okay.
So we've been on about 4 or 5 days. So.
And I'm hearing a lot of you guys work here like till 2 in the morning sometimes. Is that?
Not us, hopefully, not yet anyway. So.
But some people are working feverishly.
We are working Fridays and Saturdays, have been.
You are?
Yep.
Okay.
So.
And will you get it done in time?
What's that?
Will you get this thing done in time?
Our part, we hope.
Okay. All right. And now we're heading, after that exciting interlude, we're heading into the contemporary galleries. These are very high ceilings. And there is a little corridor in here for more intimate viewing. Everything is ductwork at the moment. But this is going to be a little smaller space. And here we have space that could take just about any monumental contemporary art you might want to put in here.
So north of the A5 Gallery Bridge is the creek that's the outflow, and there will be grassy picnic areas, people that can come and enjoy the outdoors. There'll be a trail that comes down off of the east side down to this level.
And that's the spring again right over there. And
yes.
And I'm told that the restaurant will prepare box lunches so that people can come out and enjoy this beautiful Arkansas weather, which was very rainy and floody not too long ago, but we happen to have a perfect day to peruse the site. And here we see a group of workers getting the next glass pane ready to install on these walls, which I think is part of the purpose of that lift that I just rode in. This is work that's been going on all day as far as I can see, and still has quite a ways to go. Between some of the galleries and tell us where we're heading from here.
Okay, this is the building 8 for now, main corridor that goes to the temporary galleries.
Okay. From what I understand, the temporary exhibition galleries are going to be given over to some of the permanent works in the contemporary collection for the opening installation, but will later be given over to a series of temporary shows, some of them traveling from other institutions, some of them co-organized by Crystal Bridges, but that'll happen, I think, sometime in the spring. Until then, from November 11th on, I think it's all going to be focusing on showcasing and introducing to the public the permanent collection. This is probably one of the more finished galleries that we've seen. The wood flooring, the vast space. Down there has to do with the HVAC, the climate control system. And several spaces in this. One thing that the director, Don Bacigalupi, told me was originally they had very little space planned for temporary exhibition, and one of the things that he brought when he came here, one innovation that he initiated, was to have a much bigger space and program for temporary exhibitions. And this area down here is going to be the Great Hall, which is going to be an event space, a place for catering, and also used as an auditorium, although it's not purpose-built as an auditorium. That's going to be a kind of all-purpose space. Right now it's a pit, but they assure us it'll all get done in time. And all the concrete that's being made on the, it's being used on the walls, the concrete skin, is all being done on site. Those are the forms that are used to shape the concrete before it goes on the walls. And it's a very polished, almost marble-like surface. And here is that marble-like surface. It's very smooth, very polished.
So all of the wood banding is Western red cedar. It comes from British Columbia.
Okay.
It's the only place in the world that it comes from. It's got really good qualities as far as holding high moisture and oil content. The grain, as you can see, is all straight. There's no knots.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good solid wood.
Mm-hmm. And this is basically what the skin looks like around the building. And you were saying that all of this is going to be done by tonight? This whole side is going to...
It'll be done by the end of the day, which might be a late night.
So things are progressing very rapidly, and people are working feverishly to complete this project on time. Right, down below here is the museum store roof, and tell us what that roof's going to consist of when they get it all done.
It's a green roof, and we're going to plant it with wild roses.
Okay, and they're going to last for most of the seasons of the year, I was told?
Oh yeah, it's an all-season plant. It won't bloom at certain times, but...
So people will be driving in right here, and right in front of us here is a new acquisition that was just announced today, a tree by Roxy Payne. The name of that is Yield, I believe. Is that correct? And that's a new permanent installation. So people will drive here, walk along here, and take the elevator, which is here. It's a little unusual because you have to descend to get to the level of the galleries in the museum and the gift shop.